Let's start with a question that absolutely no one asked, probably because they like being alive. What would happen if, one morning, we woke up and the sun had been replaced with a completely different star? Maybe you're thinking, cool, let's pick a bigger, brighter one. Well, sure. If your goal is to destroy the Earth in a variety of creative ways, then yes, this is a great idea. The sun we have is actually a very boring star. Astronomers even call it a G-type main sequence star, which sounds like a model of washing machine. But boring is good. It means stable, predictable, non-explosive. The sun's temperature and energy output have been pretty steady for billions of years, and that's exactly what life on Earth needs. So, what if we upgraded? Let's start small. Say we replace the sun with Proxima Centauri, our nearest neighbor. It's a red dwarf, much smaller and dimmer than the sun. Immediately, things get dark. The sun's bright disk shrinks to a faint orange dot, and daylight turns into something like permanent sunset. The average global temperature plummets below freezing in days. Oceans start to form ice sheets, plants stop photosynthesizing, and within weeks, most surface life dies. The only survivors might be deep-sea organisms, and maybe a few unlucky humans trying to burn furniture for warmth. Okay, that didn't go well. Let's turn the dial the other way and make things bigger. What if we replace the sun with Sirius, the brightest star in our night sky? Sirius is about twice as massive as the sun and 25 times more luminous. Sounds promising. We'll finally get that perfect tan. Except the perfect tan becomes instant vaporization. The Earth's oceans would boil away in less than a day, the atmosphere would expand and burn, and the crust itself would start to melt. Even Mercury wouldn't stand a chance. The good news, you'd only need sunscreen for about 0.001 seconds. Maybe we went too far. How about something even bigger? Betelgeuse, the famous red supergiant from Orion. Betelgeuse is enormous. If it replaced the sun, its outer edge would extend beyond Jupiter's orbit. That's right, the entire solar system up to Mars would literally be inside the star. The Earth wouldn't orbit it. The Earth would be part of it. On the bright side, you'd never have to worry about nighttime again. On the dim side, you'd also no longer have a planet. All right, let's scale it down to something cooler, like a white dwarf, like Sirius B. White dwarfs are incredibly dense, roughly the mass of the sun packed into a sphere the size of Earth. They shine faintly but radiate intense ultraviolet light. If our sun were replaced by one, Earth would instantly freeze on the surface, but any unshielded life would also be fried by UV radiation, frozen and sunburned at the same time. What a way to go. But perhaps the most dramatic option is a neutron star. Imagine a sun-sized object collapsed into a sphere only 20 kilometers wide, spinning hundreds of times per second and emitting deadly beams of radiation. From Earth, it might look like a tiny flickering lighthouse, except every time that light hit us, it would vaporize the atmosphere, the magnetic fields would fry electronics, tear apart molecules, and probably turn the planet into a glowing plasma cloud. It's like trading your light bulb for a grenade. By now, it's pretty clear. Swapping the sun isn't a good DIY project. But what if we got creative and placed two suns instead? Like the binary systems in sci-fi movies. Sadly, two suns mean two sets of gravitational problems. The Earth's orbit would become unstable, wobbling like a drunk satellite. Some days you'd have two dawns, some nights none, and occasionally both suns would roast one hemisphere while the other freezes. The climate would go full chaos mode. Great for alien movies, not so much for farming. The truth is, our boring yellow sun is the Goldilocks of stars. Not too hot, not too cold, not too radioactive. It's just the right size and distance to let liquid water exist and life evolve. Change it even slightly, and the balance collapses. Still, it's fun to imagine. Somewhere out there, maybe another civilization orbits a red giant or twin stars and calls that normal. But for us, the humble sun. Quiet, average, almost anonymous, is exactly what keeps everything from freezing, boiling, or exploding. So, next time you look up at the sky, remember, the sun may not be the biggest, brightest, or most exciting star in the galaxy, but it's definitely the only one that hasn't tried to kill us yet.